Hi there, my name is Justin Pagney. You may be asking yourself, what did I just watch? Well, that video that you just saw was a clip created by PowToon.com. It allows you to use animations and humor to get your point across, almost like a fun version of PowerPoint. In this particular video, you're going to learn how to sign up for an account, how to create your own PowToons, and we'll talk a little bit about some of the positives and negatives of using PowToons in your classroom or online course. So at this point, let's open up a web browser. Okay, in the URL link, you're just going to type in www.powtoon.com, PowToon. Okay, if you look on the top line, we have some different tools. The first thing you want to look at is either sign up, or if you have your own account, log in. The sign up is real straightforward, real easy. All you have to do, type in your name, your email, okay, create a password, or you can link in through Facebook, through Google Plus, or LinkedIn. I already have an account, so I'm going to go to login, okay, and my login is through Facebook. So I'm just going to click on here, and it's going to take me to the home page. Okay, now the first thing you're going to notice on the dashboard, okay, that you can easily write from here, big window, create something new, and if you look below, the video that you just watched, because it was a video that I created on this account, is right below it. So you can edit or publish any of your PowToons that you create. Alright, so let's click create, okay, and it's going to talk about a little tutorial. You can check that out at your leisure, but this video I'm going to talk to you about how to look a little more in depth on how to use some of these. Alright, so if you look, we've got several pre-done templates that you can use, okay, but what I'd like to do is I'd like to start with a blank slate. So you just click go under blank, okay, and it's going to open a brand new window. Okay, it may take a second or so. So one of the first things you're going to notice when you take a look at the kind of blank slide, on the left hand side we kind of have this little thumbnail picture of the slide. We have a plus sign and a minus sign. If we hit plus, it'll add an extra slide, okay, and minus will take it away. So we'll start with these two slides here. If you look at the bottom, we have this play button right here, okay, and that'll just play through whatever animations you have going on your screen. At this point, we don't really have anything. And then the one next to it will also take it back to the beginning of the slide and start playing from there. All right, the top, you kind of have your general cut, paste, save, new slide. Okay, so if you click save, unfortunately, this isn't the type of site that will just do it for you, so you actually have to go and click save. So something to keep in mind, you don't want to be working for an hour on something and then lose it. We have some text, some images. We can add sound, as you heard that little soundtrack at the beginning of the video. We get the grid and edge. It's not something I normally use. We can use in enhanced or in simple mode. It's defaulted to enhanced. I really haven't worked with it long enough to really know the difference. We can do some previewings, and if you notice, we can export it either as a file, or we can put it right on YouTube. Additionally, it'll let you use the 3 social networks in order to share it with your friends and family or with other colleagues. All right, on the right hand side, that's where all of the fun stuff is. If you notice, we have the Picto, and that is the basic library. Now there is the free version, which is what we're running now, and then there is the premium version, which has additional libraries. Now this isn't the only free library. There are several other ones, and there's about, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20 different libraries you can go through, and if you click on the different ones, you see there's going to be different images, different options. We got this kind of like, you know, just pencil drawn guy with a big nose, and you know, he's got all of the stuff that goes with him. So for the most part, we can start, we'll just look in the basic library though. Alright, we're just going to click text right here, okay, and as you see, it says double click to edit. Okay, we can type right in here. We'll say I don't know, welcome to, maybe. All right, and then it just appears slow. So we'll just put it up here. Okay, and if we go next to it, we have that this handwriting tool, and makes the text appear as though it's being handwritten right in front of us. So double click on that, and we'll type in, and then we can choose to maybe change the color. Okay, we'll go, maybe we'll try red. Okay, we can also change the font here. Okay, hit OK. There it is. I don't know, it looks kind of small. Let's maybe make it a little bigger. 110, that's probably good. Hit apply, and as you can see, it's a little too big for the screen, so we'll just pull that out. Okay, there it is, and we'll put it right in the center just like that. Alright, so in addition to the text tools, we have some of these image holders, which, like, let's say this little TV here, you know, we pull it out and it's going to show you maybe some pictures that are in a library if you've used it before, or it'll allow you to search Flickr for some images that you might want to put in. So I have that little TV there, so I'm just going to click on this picture of this apple. It's going to show up. We're going to go to insert image, and just like that, it appears in the little TV. Okay, throw it over here. You know, this is a good tool. You know, if you want to add something to not just have it just be a picture. Okay. Additionally, we have some of these characters on the left here and here, and you know, they just different emotions or different things they're doing. We also have the animations, which go along with some of those. Again, anytime you see more, there's lots of different options here. So let's say we'll click the picture of the guy, you know, furiously typing at the keyboard. Okay, and there he is, and literally the entire time he's there, that's what you're going to see. He's going to be doing that typing. Okay, we'll go to less here now. We have these props and the markers, and they, you know, they just kind of add to whatever it is that you're working on. We also have the mini-me, which allows you to take a picture of yourself and input it so it looks like it's your head, like in my original. Okay, we have the action buttons, and again, you can make a hyperlink, or you can make that do something if you're going to show this to somebody. Give them the actual option to watch it on their own. We also have these shapes here, which again, pretty straightforward. The last two things I do want to talk about with this, though, are the transitions and the backgrounds. Again, this is a just kind of your white background. It's kind of boring. So let's change it up a little bit. If we go to more, there's a fair amount of different ones. I kind of like this one. It's kind of makes it look like lined paper. You know, maybe this one, it kind of looks like almost like a crumbled up piece of paper with some red paint on it. The red text, I think, jumps out pretty nice on it. Okay, so you know, you have whatever little images or stuff that you want to look at. The next thing you kind of want to do is think about the order in which you would want them to appear. Okay, if we just go the way it is now, we hit play, and nothing happens until what, 5 seconds in, and then it all happens all at once. Okay, it goes to the next slide, and there's nothing there. All right, so let's go back to this one. Okay, and let's consider, what do we want to come out first? Well, I'd like it to start by saying welcome to, and then the PowToon's coming in maybe a second later. So I want that to stay the whole time. So let's say half a second in, we'll make the welcome to appear. And if we click on the little handwriting, okay, which is where it's going to say PowToon, that will allow us to maybe add that in at the 1 second mark. And maybe we want it to go away towards the end. I don't know. We'll make it go to the right. So we click here, right, and now that's going to change the order in which we see the different images and texts appear. Okay, if we click on the little TV like this, maybe we want that to come in at that point, and we'll let the guy, the big hand, bring it down. Okay, so The other thing that, like I mentioned before, are these transitions, and like we said here, we have two different slides. So maybe we want to make a transition. I like this one that kind of looks like a windshield wiper, so I'm just going to drag it out here. Okay, and now when it goes to the next slide, that's what it'll do. All right, so if we hit play, there it is. Okay, and if we go back to the very beginning, oops, here, and we'll start from the top. There it is, first, second in, and then our items appear later. Okay, and again, it's one of those things that you gotta play with it a little bit. It might not be perfect the first time out. Okay, so at this point, hopefully you have an idea as to how to log in and how to get started making your own PowToon video. So let's talk about some of the pros and cons about using PowToon in your classroom or an online course. It's a great way to kind of grab your students' attention. To start off a module, you can, have a video like this set up. It could be the first thing they look at. Maybe give a little rundown of what you're going to be talking about or what the students are going to be learning, maybe what they're reading about. You even could kind of like give that list of things to do in the module in one of these PowToons. Now, one of the drawbacks, one of the things you might not want to do is use it to be the entire instruction. It does become cumbersome to create on your end, and especially if you're just using music or students are going to have to read a whole lot, they might lose interest after so long. Also, some students might get caught up watching the fun animations and kind of miss out on what it is that you're trying to get across to them. So again, it's neat, but it's something you would want to use sparingly. It's not necessarily going to, replace PowerPoints, although it might be a great way to start out, or before you would have, any other kind of video instruction. Might be a good way to kind of get the ball rolling, get people interested in what it is you're going to talk about. I hope this tutorial was helpful, and I hope you try using PowToon in your classroom or your online course. It could be a lot of fun, and your students are going to love it.